In conclusion, digital communication technology should not be used to make communication faster or more accessible, because the quality of communication, and thus quality of relationships, is more important than the quantity or speed of the communication. When using digital communication to value the quantity, speed, efficiency, and accessibility of communication over clarity and understanding when speaking to another person, there can be dangerous consequences. Thus, in order to love other people responsibly, we should be careful in our use of digital communication in personal communication instances, in case it leads us to making these mistakes. If it is used wisely and carefully, digital communication technology might not be all harmful, but as it tends to lead to miscommunications, triviality, and shallowness of relationships, deception and mistrust, and the devaluing of other people's individuality, it should be used more wisely than people typically use it today.
Even if you ultimately don't conclude that digital communication should be restricted in regard to academics, there is still a genuine concern that has risen when confronting this topic, as seen previously by Barron. Students are reporting more difficulties with digital communications compared to their analog counterparts in regard to academics, which should cause us to, at the very least, ask ourselves how we are to remedy this issue. Additionally, students are completely changing their way of consuming literature, a concern which has been spearheaded by the rapid increase of easily accessible digital communications. It is important to note, too, that this new reading method is not a improved one, but a quicker one, since it prioritizes completion over comprehension, defeating the whole purpose of the work in the first place. If these digital communications were to be restricted and prevented from making communication easier, an individual's reading comprehension would be able to improve, since they would be less easily distracted by their method of reading.
Digital communication is not only dangerous on an individual level, it also promotes a society of anonymity and distrust. First, information is so widespread and so frequently false that people are conditioned to distrust sources of knowledge and feel that truth is always hidden beneath competing narratives. Second, fast, accessible, large scale communication teaches users to hide, remain anonymous, and protect themselves. As a result, digital communication promotes distrust of others at scale and creates a constant need for verification. Third, these fast forming loose networks create temporary relationships that must be useful. When communication is based on convenience, relationships quickly become utilitarian. While the short term benefits are visible in areas such as the medical field, the long term effects of digital communication can be devastating for a society in which truth is elusive and trust is uncommon.